Hello everyone, this is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2013. So for today's reading, I'm going to be using the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. When I asked what deck or group would be best to hear from, this is what I was guided to for today. I also want to bring your attention to Sunday's, the weekend reading. We had the card from the Earth Magic Oracle card deck that came up as volatility with the volcano on it, and it was definitely a notice or message to be on alert, as I mentioned, for volcanoes. And this week has been quite the week of volcanic activity and earth-based changes. So there is another YouTube channel called, I'll put it down below, but they have been reporting on a lot of these that have been going on, and there's been quite a bit this week. So anyways, with that in mind, let's see what is going on for today from the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck. Who's working with us, and what our message is for today. We thank them for a clear message. Okay. There's a couple that have spilled out here. All right. So the first one that's come out is healing, and this is Saint Padre Pio. And this is a message that a situation that you have been dealing with is on the mend, that you yourself are healing, either physically, spiritually, emotionally, or the situation that you've been embroiled in is healing. Saint Padre Pio is he was a very, as the description in the book notes, he was a tireless worker devoted to personally helping the thousands who visited his church and hospital in Italy. His mystical experiences and healings are legendary. So it says, while kneeling before a crucifix, stigmata formed on his body and remained there for 50 years until just prior to his death. So lots of people report having visions of him, and miracle healings and protection from harm are associated with visits from him. So, and if you're not aware, when someone experiences or receives the stigmata are the wounds that Jesus suffered in his crucifixion. You know, there's wounds on the hands, the feet, and across the forehead. So he is someone that we can call upon, as well as Jesus, as well as Archangel Raphael, for help in healing the situations in our life, either physical healings or, emotional and spiritual healings as well. So that's part of his. And I also feel like this message says to have faith. Okay? Have faith that it is healing in a way that's of benefit to everyone involved. In many ways, for many of us, our hearts are still healing. There's been many places, both in this country and around the world, where because of either earth changes or earth events, whether they be earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes, but also, the attacks like the terrorist bombings in Boston and others that have happened around the world. Collectively our hearts are healing and are still in need of healing from these events. And so I feel like that's part of this message that comes in with St. Padre Pio today, because it's important to give yourself the time and space to heal. It isn't always an easy road to recover from grief and shocking situations. And it does take time to heal, and we need to provide ourselves with that space to do that. And so I feel that's part of that message today, that the things that are going on for you right now are about healing. Healing the wounds of the past, healing your physical wounds or ailments or illnesses, and those also of your spirit, your soul and your spirit. So be at peace with that, and allow it to happen. Allow it to be there for you. If you're feeling very emotional, sensitive, allow those. And again, this is why I say give yourself the time and space for it, because as we allow those to bubble up and to be released, either through tears or through writing or something like that, it's part of our healing process, okay? If we try to stuff them down, it becomes even more overwhelming. So anyways, that's part of what that is about. And the other cards that came up with was child, okay? And so, it isn't a surprise to me that these go together, the healing and the child, because anytime children are involved, whether they're from an illness or, as we know, at the end of last year there was those shootings in Connecticut, and so people are still healing from that too, from the loss of those children. And I know it didn't just affect the people personally involved in that. That affected a great many people. But anyways, I also feel like this has to do with a particular child, that he or she is either healing from an ailment, or that the child themselves may be a healer. So, and the healing that's occurring maybe for you has to do with the child within you. You may be healing from some childhood experiences, okay? So, it does speak to both a child in your life, if you have them, but also the child within you. And, sometimes the things that happen with children in our lives, spur or spark memories of our own childhood. And they may be pleasant or unpleasant, but, there is definitely... and, as I look at this child, she's playing music, and music is a key to the healing. I do feel like for someone this has to do with a child who is going to grow up to be a healer, and they'll do it quite a bit through music. So, but tune into the kid in you that loved music, loved dancing, loved different bands and groups and things like that. It's a key to your healing that's going on, okay? And the last card that came out was Triumphant, and this indicates that you'll be triumphant. That there is a positive outcome to this situation or whatever is going on for you right now. It gives you a reason to have. That's why in the first card I got the message, have faith, because there is something very wonderful that's coming out of it. This card, the Triumphant card, it says, you'll be triumphant. Your desires will manifest. So, and for some of you, if the healing that you're looking for is maybe the ability to have a child, I would say that's included in this as well. It says, your guardian angels are taking care of the details to remove them from your path. Don't worry about the appearance of challenges, because they're just an illusion that will very soon disappear. So if you worry excessively about these issues, you'll fuel them with the power. You'll give them power and energy. Basically, if you worry, you're giving power to your worry. So it says, see it instead as wispy clouds that can't really block you. So it says it's a time for you to stay in steady contact with your angels. And, sometimes when we're stressed, we forget to ask for that help. But that's when it's, most important to ask for that assistance. So the angels are happy to serve us in whatever way brings us peace. So it's letting you know that, unlike, this horse or this unicorn is kind of up in the air and they're looking upwards. So it's a reminder, yes, to look to heaven, and it's a bit about the excitement that comes from, something coming to fruition for you. But it's also letting you know that there's, things are stabilizing, and that may be part of the answer to your prayer. If things feel like they've been crazy lately, then it's about, more stability and a more of a balanced flow coming back in to things. So anyways, those are the messages I get for today. I hope these resonate with you. Thank you all so much for watching the videos and the lovely comments you leave. I really do appreciate them. And I want to send a nice welcome to all the new subscribers to the channel. I'm grateful to have you and love having you here, and thanks so much for watching these videos. I hope you have a lovely Wednesday, and I'm wishing you much light, love, peace, and blessings. Take care, everyone.